The storm desk. Read the storm. Book the roofs. The hail just ran your market. You pull the swath, and 20 neighborhoods sit under the same color. Your crew is small, the week is short, and you have to pick where the trucks roll first. So you point at the reddest blob and guess. By the end of this, you'll rank those neighborhoods on purpose, with a scorecard you run in under an hour. Not the prettiest street, the one that stacks the highest odds of welcome. Documented work. The swath narrows the search. It doesn't pick the block. You do. Start with what the swath actually is. It's the band of ground a storm dropped hail across, built from radar. Most of it is mesh, the maximum estimated size of hail, a model's guess at the biggest stone aloft. NOAA is blunt. Mesh estimates hail size from reflectivity above the freezing level. That's a guess in the cloud, not a measurement on a shingle, and a radar pixel covers a chunk of a neighborhood, not one roof. So the swath tells you where to look, not which block is due. Before you rank a neighborhood, rank your evidence. Most teams blend a radar estimate, a vendor screenshot, a spotter report, and a homeowner call into one pile, then route off the pile. That's how a screenshot drives a 40-house canvas. Build a ladder instead. Radar estimated hail finds the storm path. A preliminary storm report is early ground truth, not property proof. A verified storm events record is official but lags by weeks. A homeowner who called you outranks a radar pixel over a stranger. An estimate quietly promoted to a fact is where bad routes are born. Now the axis most teams ignore. Two things decide whether a roof is worth your time: how hard it got hit and how much life it had left. The swath reads the first. Almost nobody tracks the second, and it's often the bigger lever. Most asphalt shingle roofs serve roughly 20 to 30 years. 3-tab often 15 to 20. Roof age is a planning band, not an exact build date. A 22-year-old roof and a 4-year-old roof under the same stone become different work orders. Your best houses are older roofs, in the harder hit swath, not new roofs dead center. Here's a twist that flips the map. A neighborhood that looks boring today can be the ripest in town. A landmark study from the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety found repeated small hail, stones roughly 7/10 to 1 inch, can age asphalt shingles. In their testing, weathered shingles that had also taken subsevere hits were roughly 10 times more susceptible to damage from a later severe event. So a block nibbled by small hail for seasons can be due, even when today's swath looks unimpressive. That wear is invisible on radar. It lives in your roof age history. Here's the move that turns identical streets into a ranked list. The scorecard. Score each neighborhood 0, 1, or 2 on a handful of factors, then sum it. Hail energy. Core of the swath or repeat small hail history scores high. Roof age. Many homes 15+ years old scores high. Prior relationship. Past customers or inbound calls. Route density. A tight cluster you can work without burning the day driving. Capacity. Can your inspectors absorb it this week? A perfect swath over a place you can't service is still a hold. The numbers are a tiebreaker, not an oracle. 2 columns on that card aren't points. They're vetoes. A 0 in safety or compliance holds the whole neighborhood, no matter how high the rest scores. You do not average your way past a downed power line. OSHA's storm work guidance lists the killers: ladders, steep slick surfaces, damaged decking, live wires. No representative climbs a roof off a door knock, and no crew works through active weather to hit a number. Compliance is the other veto. Door-to-door solicitation is regulated locally, and the rules change at every city line. One complaint can close a town. Run the scorecard live and watch 4 identical streets sort themselves. North Ridge, core swath, 90s build-out, 6 past customers, 2 inspectors free. Clear top pick, because it stacks older roofs, real hail energy, relationships, and crews on hand. West Park, strong overlap, mixed ages, dense, but capacity is tomorrow, and the source edge needs a look. That's next. Old Mill, homeowner calls, and the right roof age, but down lines nearby. Safety hold. Lakeview, a vendor screenshot and 3-year-old roofs, hailed twice. Same color, 4 different answers. Read the swath map without fooling yourself. Look for the gradient, not the headline color. The most workable blocks often sit along the tight edge, where estimated hail jumps from moderate to large over a short distance. A uniform red blob tells you less than a sharp boundary does. Cross-check against wind. Wind-driven hail hammers the storm-facing slopes hardest and can travel past the radar core, so expect damage just outside the colored edge. And mind the clock. Because radar, reports, and your CRM may each stamp time differently, and a mislabel merges two storms into one route. Your climate changes the math, so don't run a national average. In hot, high UV markets, Texas, Oklahoma, the desert Southwest, asphalt bakes, and the mat goes brittle years early. Real-world lifespan can swing by something like 40% on climate alone. So a 15-year-old roof there can behave like a 22-year-old roof somewhere cooler, so drop your age threshold for dew. In the central and northern plains, repeat hail dominates, so your roof age history carries more weight than today's single swath. Set your thresholds for your market, not a national chart. Now the line, and it is not subtle, prioritizing a neighborhood describes your readiness to serve. It never describes the condition of a roof or the outcome of a claim. Your job is to document what you see and write an estimate, while the insurer decides coverage and the homeowner owns the claim. You never handle or negotiate the claim for them, because the moment you do, you are an unlicensed public adjuster. In 2024, the Texas Supreme Court held that a roofer authorized to negotiate with insurers was an unlicensed public adjuster. Document, don't diagnose the claim. That line decides the door talk too. Give every representative a per-home reason, not one script for the whole street. We reviewed the storm data for your area, and your roof's age range suggests a free documentation inspection is worth it. That lands different from a generic storms came through, want it checked. It shows you did homework. Then leave a documented report the homeowner owns and can take to their insurer. Never claim damage at the door, never promise coverage, and never say we'll handle your deductible, because waiving a deductible is illegal. Your cheapest neighborhood after this storm isn't on the swath. It's in your old book. The best post-hail list you own is your own estimate history. Every roof you've quoted is a dated record of a roof at a known age in a known spot. Think about the homeowner you quoted 4 years ago who decided to wait. That roof is 4 years older and the storm just crossed their block. That's a warm call, not a cold knock. Pull past estimates from the last 5 years inside the swath, sorted by roof age. Here's where Roof Predict fits and where it doesn't. It pairs an estimated roof age range for individual homes with storm physics modeled per roof, hail, and wind at that specific structure, instead of only the swath over this zip. The output is a per-house signal for which roofs a storm likely wore out, so your crew skips the new builds and works the old ones. It hands a canvasser a per-home reason and a branded report the homeowner keeps. Stated plainly, because overclaiming is how trust dies. It does not inspect roofs, diagnose damage, or decide coverage. Close the loop. When every street looks the same, the swath is the first filter, never the verdict. Rank your evidence on a ladder. Score each neighborhood on hail energy, roof age, relationship, density, and capacity. Let safety and compliance veto, never average. Work the older roofs in the harder hit blocks first, mine your old book before you cold knock, and hand every representative a per-home reason. Document what you see, while the insurer decides coverage and the homeowner owns the claim. The chaser knocks the reddest blob blind. You knock the block that's due. Half the doors.